Glad to see your ugly mug.
Captain Jameson, what the hell happened? Who are these guys?
Well, you wouldn't believe me if I swore on my mama's grave. Get that gate open.
Yes, sir, Captain. We'll grab a beer later. You can swear me in, I guess. Hey, what about this weird-looking kid?
They're with me. Come on.
This place is enormous. And kind of disgusting. Oh, I think I see an electronics store up ahead. Maybe a good time to pay a visit.
Sand Creek dwellings and recycled shanties. A classic NCR outpost. The last fart before the shit of civilization.
Talk to the General. Please, don't try to get us involved with the NCR. Stay focused on your promise to find our tribe.
I don't trust this. Silver. Beware of treachery, my friend.
Captain Jameson, what the hell are you doing in my office?
Can't you see we're having a meeting?
Sirs, I apologize for the intrusion. This is Carrie Vargas of the Desert Rangers.
Well met, Ranger. What's this about, Captain?
Sirs, I regret to inform you that our convoy was ambushed by raiders in the I-15 Beltway.
What? What happened, Captain? Details!
Able Company was ambushed minutes before we were. We got their radio transmission and double-timed it to their position. My unit, Baker Company, followed them in. We were pinned down until Ranger Vargas and this Vault Dweller intervened. We eliminated a survivalist commander who immediately ran to Union City. I'm sorry, sir, but Able Company was lost.
You mean to tell me that a band of raiders successfully ambushed 80 men?
Sir, the raiders were in force and were assisted by aircraft. They had vertibirds bearing Enclave marks.
Captain, do you understand the gravity of your claim? Are you certain?
Yes, sir. Ranger Vargas can confirm.
Yes, sir. I can. The survivalists appear to possess Enclave technology. They overwhelmed my unit with plasma weapons 10 minutes earlier.
General, if what they're saying is true, we could face an imminent Enclave threat.
Gentlemen, the contents of this conversation are classified. Everyone leave this room except the kid.
General, I have to object.
Get out! All of you, now!
Sir, I will have to inform the Joint Chiefs of this.
Vault Dweller, come here and take a seat. I'd like a word with you. Staff Sergeant, close the door.
How do they know I'm a Vault Dweller?
Well then, I'm very pleased to meet you, Vault Dweller. My name is General Silverman, head of NCR forces in this territory. If my subordinate is correct, you may have unwittingly fallen into possession of top-secret NCR intelligence. Am I correct in having understood that your vault was captured by Enclave forces?
Yeah, that's right, but how did you know that I'm a Vault Dweller?
Sorry to hear that. I assume the explosion reported in the mountains was Vault 18. I'm sorry for your loss. I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't shock me. The Enclave has been gone for years, crushed by a decades-long war. Vault 18's been off the radar too. Can you tell me exactly what these Enclave are looking for in the Vault? Where did they get your location?
He didn't answer my question. We funneled the Enclave into a crossfire and Bragg was killed. Then our reactors blew. That's it.
You must be a highly competent soldier to pull off a counterattack like that. You walked across Raider Alliance country, killed a psychotic commander, and before that, you defeated veteran Enclave officers in battle. I'm starting to get a picture of you as quite an asset. What do you say we have a talk about continued service in the NCR?
What about my people? I need to see them taken care of.
I can't promise you much, but I'll have it taken care of. You people have been through quite a lot in the past few days. You're free to rest here. A man named Marius lives north of here. He'll be glad to let you stay with him until more permanent accommodations are available.
Continued service? You mean, like enlistment as a soldier?
Not quite. You see, I've needed someone in your position for a long time. Someone outside my chain of command. Someone not NCR. The new California Republic is in a tough position. We're facing a civil war between the powerful she-banks, the mob, and Congress is deadlocked. My country's army is tied up in bureaucratic bullshit that's staying my hand. It's getting good men killed while the hub's politicians get fatter. I'm afraid these survivalist raiders are a true and serious threat to our nation's security. Congress doesn't agree. They just want to sit on it. If even a fraction of the reports from Arizona are true, there is an army on the horizon big enough to bog us down in war for decades. I'm not just saying that the raiders are a problem because Union City is my hometown. I'm saying they might get us all killed if not dealt with. With this news that they are in bed with the Enclave, I just can't risk it. I need people like you to go above military order and stop them. There's no way I can trust Congress or my superiors with this. It has to be you. And for it, I guarantee you will be taken care of.
Are they in bed with the Enclave, though? They seemed to be fighting each other when we left the vault. You're just going to throw me in jail if I don't cooperate.
You're sharp. You know I have Dr. Rossman's treason card up my sleeve. I could always blackmail you with that, imprison you for life. But you will notice that I haven't asked where he is, or if he's alive. I don't have to ask questions I don't need to hear the answers to, do I?
I'm not interested in selling my services to the NCR.
Selling services? We won't be buying much of anything from you, I'm afraid. It's what you have in your head that counts. If you don't really want to cooperate with me on this, life could get very hard for you very quickly. I'm talking you disappearing for a long time. The Enclave is a top secret word around here. Withholding that information is grounds for indefinite detention. Unless you want this deal to get replaced with a pair of handcuffs and a black bag, I think you should change your tune.
All right, what do I have to do?
That's a good question. One I'm going to leave up to you. Give me a day to sit on it. I've got some questions to ask and a serious situation to ascertain. I'll have your answer tomorrow. In the meantime, feel free to sit back in town. Grab a drink on me. I bet you ain't got any cash. Here's $20. Spend it smart. I'll let you know when I've reached a decision. Head on out the door and wait. What the shit is going on out there? You better get out there and help Jameson get a grip on what's happening. Staff Sergeant, open this door. I want to report on what those raiders are up to ASAP.
Am I ever gonna get a minute to rest?
Good job killing that nos prick. He's been a thorn in our side for years.
This isn't your brother's radio. Because fuck you. This is Death, 98.1.
Ah, there you are. You've turned into quite a sound investment already. Good work. We're going to be sifting through the ashes of that fight for weeks. NCR Radio's already got wind of it and are having a field day. It sounds like we're going to have to advance our deal here. I just lost water and power in Union City in the last 30 minutes. We ain't got enough boots on the ground to go scout it out and see what happened. I have 2 missions for you, if you're willing.
I need a place to stay, a house or a hotel room.
We've got a hotel and apartment buildings north along this road. They cost a lot, but they're fair. If you want free, you should go talk up Marius at his place. Fortress of Solitude, he calls it. He's crazy even on his good days. If you're much into science, or have a friend who is, you can have them bunk with him. He needs an assistant to keep the bots running.
Wasn't there mention of a Dr. Marius from the Brotherhood of Steel staying in Union City or something? I want to go over the terms of our agreement.
Right. Figured you might. I can only blackmail you for so long. So how's about we work out a settlement? I won't mention your ties to Rossman and his arrest warrants as long as I live, on the condition you take up this mission for me. I just got eyewitness reports of what you're capable of, and I want you on my side. $200 a week plus bonus upon completion of objectives. You get free range of NCR facilities and this outpost. Permit to carry arms in NCR territory, and a license to kill in our behalf. How does that sound?
Why in hell do you want me so bad?
Look, I know you're a bright kid. You'll figure it out on your own eventually. So here's the deal. About 18 years ago, Kevin Rossman sat right there where you are. Told me about a bunch of kids he just saved from death in the wasteland. I was a colonel back then. I watched the command drop the ball on his case, and 20 years later, here we are. Union City is burning. The raiders are on a rampage, and the word is that the Enclave is sniffing around looking for a weak spot to strike. Rossman was betrayed by the NCR's prospector company, Nova Star. The mercs were assigned to follow him and break into that vault. But I'd seen Rossman's work. He knew more about the danger in this valley than anyone else. Wasn't shy about shooting them before HQ could act. We need Rossman now more than ever. If you're as close as we get, that's fine by me.
Rossman never talked about the threats in the wasteland. I just read his notes.
You were just a baby when all this went down. Rossman probably decided to spare you on the details. The Wasteland Scouts kept all of Southern California in check for nearly 20 years. They fought the Enclave, Brotherhood, Raiders, super mutants. There's stories of them all over the place. But the one common thread is this. They did good work. Illegal? Yes, but it saved lives. So I don't expect you to know all the details. I expect their training to have rubbed off in some way.
I don't think I'm who you think I am. I'm just a computer geek from Vault 18.
I hate to wax on a heartwarming note, but I think there's more to you than you know. The Republic is in dire straits these days. We need a smart nerd or two on the back lines making things happen. Technology is the key to our future. I want you to head out there and show me what you've got. Learn something from service life. If you have a stake in our future, you'll work to save it. That's my bet on your character, at any rate. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
Deal. What's the mission?
All right. Now that we've got all this pleasant talk out of the way, we'd better get hurrying. Union City is without power and water. We've had electricity from up north of New Reno nigh on to 25 years. There's an old relay station on the dry lake routing the juice to us. There's a savage chieftain out east. Has a tribe stationed around a water reserve from before the Great War. It's where we get our pipeline. Raiders must have hit it pretty hard. The scouts say they're fending off some locals. Those same locals are in control of our water supply. I need you to get the power running at the relay, then hightail it over to the savages' hidden city to fix the water.
These are really important jobs. Shouldn't NCR military be handling this?
If my men could hold down the fort traps across the desert, absolutely. But as it stands, we only got about 100 men garrisoned here. If we spread out, there's several thousand raiders backed up by slaves that'll storm down out of those hills and be over the line in minutes. Till NCR's main military force arrives, we're screwed. That's why I'm hiring you.
Where are the NCR forces stationed? Why aren't they out here?
Look, I'd love to sit and talk history with you, but time is running out while we sit around with our thumbs up our ass.
I need to know what I'm up against to do my job, General.
All right, fine. What do you want to know?
So, why is the economy depressed? Where'd all your money go?
A combination of inflation and stagnation. All complicated mumbo-jumbo I'm not privy to, let alone understand. Long of the short is that NCR expanded across all of California, Oregon, and parts of Nevada, all the way down to old Mexico. Here in San Bernardino, we draw the line. Everything from here on out to Arizona is dry and miserable wasteland. It's a hellish radioactive nightmare. We assimilated every tribe in the wastes, spent millions on getting them pacified and educated, then started them on an IV of tax into our coffers. But it hasn't panned out. The tribals weren't businessmen nor interested in paying jobs. Can't bleed a stone, so President Tandy's plan ran aground. Now we need to expand, to conquer new terrain and find new sources of tax money. That, and more electricity and more clean water, like that exists. The NCR kept up its expansion for years. Now it's run out of room. The economy can't adapt, so they're panicking.
If the NCR is the biggest force in the wasteland, why aren't they all over us?
Look, NCR Radio likes the Republic to come across as the biggest, most functional organization in the desert, but it's not. LA is swarming with crime. We're talking organized crime, the kind that makes the raiders look like pansies. These are rich men ruling entire cities. The hub is essentially tied up defending corporate interests, banks, and escorting caravans. The politics are as complicated as the trade routes. Every big company has a military credit they pay extra for. Our police and military are looking more and more like private mercenaries. We're also facing an ever-expanding border far to the northern frontier. Then we have a never-ending reconstruction effort. To top it off, there's word our president might be impeached, just like the last one. This country's a mess, kid.
So long term, where do you go now? We have to take these raiders, then what?
Well, this is top secret, so let everybody hear it as a rumor. Scouts say that there's a city far up north. Las Vegas on the old maps. People say it's still up there, untouched, just waiting out in the desert, totally pristine, a ghost town of gold. They also say there's a legendary Hoover Dam just sitting out there, full of clean water. Jameson was on his way up there when he ran into you. But before that, we need to crack this survivalist nut and free I-15. The Senate can't wait. They'll muster forces and we'll take their position. We'll figure out everything else after the dust settles.
All right, so what is this water situation? Where am I going?
I drew up this map during the battle. Here, I'll show you where to go. It's a long, dangerous walk. Zaibula is a California savage town out in the hills. There's a canyon they're holed up in where the dunes meet the foothills. They call it the Hidden City, and it's just that. Hard as hell to find. But there is an underground water line runs here to there. The savages turned off the ancient water pump, or it just broke. You'll either have to repair it or find an alternate plan of attack.
I think I can repair it, but are there alternatives?
You could carry it all back on foot, but I imagine that'll make your back a little sore. I'd say you can handle it. That Vault-Tec engineering is about the same as this whole deal. There's a dank old vault out there. Really small, though. All it had was a supply of water. Wonder what in the hell they were thinking.
The power plant, where is it? How do I get the power running again?
Unless the raiders genuinely fucked it up, it's just a matter of throwing a switch. We replaced all the electrics 20 years ago. This line doesn't feed all of LA, just part. So NCR isn't freaking out about it yet. Hell, if anything, it's buying them time to hit the crime lords. Power's not a giant concern. We've been in the dark before. But it's nice to have cool drinks and fresh food. So you'd better hurry.
What if I can rig up an alternate power source out here? Bypass the relay?
I don't think that's gonna happen. Not unless you're some damn wizard.
That's an awful lot of footwork, General.
It is, but you'll be agile working alone, operating on your own rules. It'll take about 8 days for NCR to finally rally its forces together and take a defensive line against the raiders. Until then, we're on our own. Water and power are critical to our survival, but all my men are trapped here, holding this position. Raiders caught us at checkmate.
I'd better get going.
All right, you have your mission? Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it. Just make sure to keep an open mind. There are a lot of ways to solve these problems. Not all of them require you to get shot up.
I don't need to hear any more. I'm good to go.
I like your enthusiasm. Before you run out and conquer the world, how are you planning on doing it?
I'll figure it out as I go.
Can't ask for better. Good luck.
What is it?
What do you think of the mission Silverman has for us?
I don't like it, but I'll accept his offer. If we ever hope to reach the safety of civilization, it'll be through him. The valley is enormous. It takes days to walk across it on foot, and our enemies roam the skies. It'll be good to meet with my old tribal kin, the California Savages. If they need help, I will gladly give it. The power plant is under siege, but it is none of my concern. Electricity is a witchcraft I do not understand.
Dude, you spent most of your life in a vault.
Right behind you.
Yeah? Need something? Ba-ba-da-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey.
It looks like we're kinda sorta part of the NCR now. You up for this?
No. The NCR is only going to use us until we're no good to them anymore. They don't owe us anything. But if we can convince them to help us attack the raiders and get our parents back, then sure, we'll do this. Just remember your promise. We find our tribe. That's all I care about. Bye.
You there! You're the vault dweller that has the general up in arms. I need to speak with you. Please, have a seat.
You ever seen a rad roach in a little business suit? World's weird out there, man.
So, General Silverman has sent you on an important mission. I have an addition to that. If you're willing to listen to my proposition, I could make the venture quite profitable. If not, things could get very difficult for you.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Good. As you can tell, Silverman isn't exactly in a position to have hired you. You're not part of the organization. Let me explain to you what is really going on here. I am a senator, sent to provide oversight of Silverman's command in the past. He has a tendency to, let me think of the polite term, blatantly ignore orders. Yes, that's the polite way to phrase it. The reality is he tends to shit on congressional oversight and do whatever he pleases. You can see my dilemma.
He is a general. That makes him the man.
No, it makes him a rogue element. His position is bought and paid for by the taxpayers. My taxpayers. I have to rein him in before he drags us into a war. I'm going to have to ask for your cooperation in this matter. It will make my job much easier.
War is where we're headed, like it or not.
Yes, if Silverman has his way. But a war isn't what Congress wants. The people need this stalemate to go on just a little bit longer.
Why can't you call Congress and get your people moving?
You clearly don't have the same political mind as we do. There is more at work here than the simple philosophical disagreements between Raiders and NCR. My family is part of a large organization in New Reno with a long history within the NCR. We've seen it through all of its phases, including this decades-long stalemate. We're using it as leverage across a wide theater of influence, the outcome of which is the continued survival of the NCR and our current administrator.
You mean you're in the mob?
Oh, I'm not in it. I am the mob.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a chance to salvage this situation. My family needs the Raiders of San Bernardino for various entrepreneurial ventures. They hold stock of the largest uranium and gold mines this side of Mexico, right along the path to Reno. They also provide handy labor assets.
That rings of slaves and nuclear fuel. I'm sorry, I want nothing to do with this.
Very well. But when things get hard for you, don't regret turning down my offer.
Yeah, I won't later.
Get out.
They have guns and drugs. Find them. Show them no one can outlast them.
Now, the news. A census report was published this week indicating
Let's see if we can find this Marius guy.
Halt, Wastelander! Keep your hands where I can see them. What purpose do you serve in my lab? Speak! I have no time for pleasantry, cur. I am a man of science, and you're a fresh new specimen if you lie to me.
General Silverman sent me. I'm to ask for your help.
Orders. Ha! Maybe I had best just let slip this trigger. Claim you walked into a plasma beam on accident. Apologies are easier to follow than NCR orders.
Alpha, please take the plasma rifle from this nice gentleman.
Command code AB.CUR.OB set 009. Abort and comply. Funny. Your walking hunk of metal was scrapped out here years ago. I know, I'm the one that scrapped him.
Holy shirt. You can't give commands to Alpha, only I can.
You'll find that I'm full of nasty surprises. You don't want me on your bad side, I assure you. Now apologize, or I'll turn him on you.
I'm very, very sorry for trying to sick my giant killer robot on you.
Now, that's better. I can see you have some command of robotics. I may have some use of you. Come with me.
I'm watching you, buddy.
So, you've come to appreciate the fine art of science, a noble pursuit. My name is Marius, your local techno-wizard, as they call me. What is your name, Vault Dweller?
How did you know I'm a Vault?
Wizard. We wizards know a great many things. Let's leave it at that. So, what is it that you need from me?
Can my companions and I stay here a while? Silverman said I should ask you.
Well, yes, I suppose. I'll put you to work, though. Yes, what is it?
So, what kind of doctor are you?
Doctor? That's a word you'll never hear again. This is the wasteland. There's no thesis or tenure out here. No, you should be wary of anyone calling themselves doctor of anything, especially in an official capacity. Scum and villainy they are. They're all, to some extent, pretentious believers in sage wisdom and tribal myth. Their knowledge is a scam. Vault 8 may have a few real doctors, but all the rest are an assumed title. The locals call me Techno-Wizard. If you prefer, you can call me Wizard Marius or Grand Master Marius of Angel's Boneyard. Whatever you prefer.
I need an alternate power supply for Union City.
That's a tall order. I once tried baking the corn polymers into a plasticine brick. I plan to build photovoltaic cells from it. But unfortunately, the corn fought back, blew up my house, and now I live in this bunker. Why do you need power? Isn't the relay still up?
The Raiders control the power relay. Union City is dead without power.
And not dead, just diminished. All their ancient technology uses nuclear batteries. They'll last forever. Radioactive, though. Haven't you ever wondered how those old radios and lights are still working after 180 years? Magic.
So what can we do about it?
Well, I had built a fusion catalyst extruder that I was going to use to make unlimited microfusion cells, but needs are needs. I guess we could rig up the machine to restore power to the city until the main array is retaken.
The boneyards are west of here. How is power coming from the north?
Ha! Never been past the Burdu Hills towards I-10, have you? Oh, to be young and ignorant again. Los Angeles is a huge city, the central hub of NCR power. Along the coast and in the boneyards, it's an industrial paradise, a true bastion of civilization. But I-10 and everything heading east out of the city we refer to as the Dune Sea. We're talking sandberms 100 feet high and winds that strip the flesh from your bones. If you need a history lesson, before the Great War, that desert was already a barren waste with high wind. The bombs scorched the land, it got worse. The topsoil was thrown up into the air, the fields burned, the plant life exterminated. With nothing to hold it down, the dunes just got bigger. Now, have you ever tried to rig power cables and pave roads in a forever shifting ocean of sand? No, we route power down from the hub.
What was that about infinite microfusion cells?
Well, I'd built a microfusion breeder to create unlimited catalyst of old parts. It's right over there. Take a look if you like. It's nearly complete. I just need a recharge rifle's MF breeder coupling. You could buy it from Molly Stormcrow in town. But if we're planning on restoring power to Union City, that's a whole new spell that needs casting. We can only pick one. Which is it?
Well, with unlimited microfusion cells I could use laser weapons to kill the raiders at the relay.
Ha! If you don't get shot to death. Brave, but it may be best to science your way out of this one.
Obviously I could just go to the power plant to restore energy and then we could use this thing to get unlimited ammo, but I feel like I'm getting enough ammo already. And if the plant is far away and controlled by raiders, there's no reason why it couldn't go down again at any time. It seems really inconvenient to have to rely on the power plant when we could have a power source right here in town. I think we should restore power to Union City. I don't need more ammo. What do I need to get?
That's the spirit. You'll need to head into town and buy a recharge rifle from Molly Stormcrow with a length of cable. Here, take this cash and we'll set it up. Hopefully she'll have everything we need.
In order to modify the fusion catalyst extruder to supply power to Union City, you need to bring a recharger rifle and a length of wire back to Marius's lab. Well, I just gave up free ammo for life to help the town that's blackmailing me. I really am a nerd.